Alright lads, so today we are jumping back into Guild Quest. This time around we have access to the Ranged Nightmare Captain Killer Guild Quest, where right now we get a good opportunity to try out Aizen. He did recently just return, maybe use someone for him, and now is a good time to take him out. Fortunately for us this time around too, because the final enemies are Technique, that means both Aizen and Esnot are going to be really good here. Even if you don't own a character like Aizen, but let's say own Candice, who you know, of course, prior to Aizen was the best go-to character. As long as you have access to Esnot, the ranged normal attack damage character, you still might be fine. We're actually going to try out Candice today. You know, Candice and also Esnot in particular work very well together. They actually have really good synergy. So in a way, it was kind of a shame that Aizen was a ranged captain killer, but he's also a really good character in the first place, so I couldn't be too mad. But even in the potential chance you don't own Aizen or Candice, and you're maybe still using Bambietta Aizen, God forbid, right? Maybe you're using Senjumaru. As long as you have Esnot, and also like maybe duped out at least 2 out of 5, you should still be fine, because he can carry you in the extra waves. Other normal attack alternatives are going to be Nelio and also Sugunda, Tapa, Okura, but their damage output, of course, is not going to be nearly as high as a character like Esnot, so he makes a big difference in your team. But with that said, this team that we are using for today's video, our first team at the very least, right now, we're using Aizen with this particular build, going with 2 SP accessories and 1 focus accessory. And then we're going with these 3 soul traits. Keep in mind, we are using the 10th anniversary part 2 Jushiro to get that extra 14% recharge and also more Berserker, since he is actually giving us that EX skill. Aizen naturally has a high Berserker stat, so that's further increased. We're actually getting more than just 22%. Now, my Aizen is 2/5 to level 13 SP and also focus, with full stamina and damage to drained as bonus abilities. When it comes to Esnot, we're using these 3 particular accessories, giving him as much normal attack damage and also full stamina as possible. He is currently 1/5, and the great thing about Esnot, especially again if you aren't using Candice or also Aizen, is that he does have an increased chance to inflict paralysis. And since it's paralysis plus, you can both inflict status augments. You know, in our case right now, Aizen does not have a status augment plus. He has Drain and also Dominate. But alongside that, he also has the Team Boost SA2 and also the debuff Strong Attack 3. People use Esnot outside of Captain Guild Quest, so of course inside the Captain Guild Quest, he's going to be really good. Now, for my third character, what you're going to see here is that a lot of people are using Misaki, and she's actually returning tomorrow, so I might do some summons for her, because she's a really good team supporter. She boosts everyone's stats and also does provide a 20% damage buff. I do not own her, so I can't use her. So instead, we're actually going to use Ganju, who we're going to showcase tomorrow, right, finally. Ganju, unironically, doesn't seem to be a bad character for off Guild Quest weeks like this, because what he does offer is the Team Boost SA2, you know, which we do have covered by Esnot, but he also does have a Team Boost SA3, which is more attack, more focus, and also the barrier, so provides that extra protection. But also, if we scroll down here, right, he does actually offer 20% strong attack damage. So in a way, you don't need to use Mugetsu, because he is providing himself. It doesn't stack with Mugetsu, right? It's the same buff pretty much. And he's also buffing Esnot by 20%. So he's buffing both your strong attack damage character and also normal attack damage character. And on top of that, he also further buffs the normal attack damage character. Because I have him at special level 1, it's only 12%. If you do hypothetically have him max transcended, it does go up to 20%. So it gets even crazier. But yeah, I guess if you are lacking like a good character like Misaki, right, who a lot of people are right now using as that third character for most Guild Quest phases, you know, maybe give Ganju a try for that extra strong attack damage buff, normal attack damage buff, and also, of course, the team boost and barriers. Honestly, a really good unit from the looks of it. And also, a couple of days ago, there was some news that Caleb are potentially being super strict on data mines. So with that said, here's the stats for this GQ phase. Alrighty then, let's see how this does go. So first, I'll release my SA3. Then SA1. I maybe want to wait a few seconds for Esnot to activate the debuff if we possibly can, because right now this run is absolutely ruined. You know, Ganju actually can do some damage. I'm not going to rely on his damage output, obviously, but that is something he actually can do. Let me use my EX now. It's my first time using Aizen and GQ for a while now, so I kind of forgot his EX positioning. It's in front of him, not around him, so I need to be careful there. But we should be fine, even though this could be considered a bad run. Normally, our first run of the day is considered a bad run. And then I guess in this case, let's SA1. I'm going to save my sub bomb. I don't need to be fair, but we're going to save it. So around 20-something seconds left. With the extra 10 seconds we do get now, we're up to 30 seconds remaining on the extra stages with still a sub bomb. Almost 40 seconds. I forgot Aizen does not have poise, but you can see that Esnot can inflict the paralysis. So even if we do get the Dominate off, sometimes that means the enemies can walk around. Esnot will basically just lock them in place. Let's use that SA3. We do have the Dominate applied. Lovely. We get extra 100% more damage. And then I guess just to wrap it up, let's Soul Bomb, SA1. I wonder how much damage Ganju's actually doing. Like, I know it's going to be little, but he does, you know, he's a Super Killer. He is going up against Supers. They are captains, so he doesn't get the 5 times damage bonus, right? He's also a melee character too, so he's only getting like 25% damage potentially. Maybe even less than that. But I am curious to see what he is contributing other than, of course, the team boost in terms of damage output. It would be nice to know that each individual damage, right, every character does do. So there we go. We did actually clear all 4 extra waves super easy with this team, of course, as expected. Remember, your main goal nowadays is just to get to extra wave 2. That is when you do get all your orb rewards. So let's go ahead and try it out once more. This time, try and get a much faster score. I think in this case, I'm going to start off using the SA2, then Strong Attack 1. Hopefully, Esnot doesn't use his... He already used the debuff. Never mind. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't, but it's kind of fine. Almost 2 strong attacks there. Lovely. I guess normally in an ideal situation, I would want to EX then Soul Bomb. But I think the enemies are all over the place. Yeah, there's like 1 enemy being left alive, unfortunately. Go here, SA2, then SA1. Right now, given that we don't have Super Killer, the enemies are kind of being spread apart, so it's not ideal. But it's a much faster run this time around. We're looking at around 35 seconds remaining. So we'll let that run play out. We'll go through the extra stages. But I want to at least try and get like 40-something seconds remaining if possible, right? Which should be possible with a team like this. Would have been nice if I got Esnot duplicates. Because I did summon 25 steps, right? And I had to pick him from the pity system, you know? Couldn't summon him once, unfortunately. But it's fine. At least we have him. Because he's actually really clutch. Again, normal attack damage characters right now are just super good. Super good in GQ. Especially for these extra waves. And we already cleared all 4 waves? Now, I thought that was the 3rd boss. Okay. The way Aizen just looks down on you is a bit crazy. There we go. 34 seconds remaining. Let's go for a 40 next run. All right, then. So on to attempt number 3. Here we go. Let's actually use our SA1 first, then SA3. Again, I feel like I need to wait for Esnot to activate the debuff. That way we can get the full advantage of the, you know, extra damage that we would gain. I also need to make sure I'm taking care of the small mobs. Unfortunately, that Strong Attack 1 completely missed on that boss there. Let's Soul Bomb now. Seems like we were able to group mostly everyone up. How am I missing my Strong Attack 1? The boss is up here, huh? Okay. Okay. We'll keep it going. I don't think I'm going to go to the extra stages with this one. And then now I pretty much have like no strong attacks available. So started off good. I think I have a bad attack pattern to do at the start. But ended not too good. Missed too many strong attacks apparently. Alright, here we go. Next attempt. Let me use my SA1, then 3. Does this kill? Not apparently. I feel like we should have killed that with the debuff, but it's fine. We killed relatively fast. SA2. SA1. Again, 1 leftover enemy, but we do take it down pretty quick. Let's Soul Bomb. That grouped everyone up. Love the EX attack, man. That's beautiful. SA2. Then 1 once more. Hopefully Aizen or Esnot can actually use his attacks. There we go. SA1. SA3. Finish up with the SA2. 40-second run there. Could have been 41, so we'll retry that. But that's basically the 40-second run that we were going for. Definitely feel like we can get around 45 seconds with this team. I might try that my own time. We'll do 1 more attempt with Aizen to see if we can get it, because I don't want to reset too much. I'll just move on to the next team, you know? SA3, damn. The damage there is crazy. I kind of feel like maybe Aizen having Frenzy Free would have been a lot better. I know like he's different to Byakuya, but man, imagine Frenzy Free on this character. It's kind of crazy he can actually perform this good at only Frenzy 2. But regardless, still going to be our go-to lead, right? So there we go, 40-second remaining. Let's do 1 more attempt with 6th anniversary Aizen, released during the 10th anniversary. Okay, then final attempt, here we go. SA1, then SA3. I feel like we should be doing more damage against that 3rd boss there. It's fine, now let's SA2. Go up here, SA1. Lovely. EX, Soul Bomb, into the 1. Lovely. SA2. Some enemies kind of got pushed back a bit too much there. So this slowed us down. Added around 2 extra seconds. And then SA2. 3. I probably could use my SA3 on the next wave, you know. 39 seconds again. I feel like maybe the strong attack pattern could be better. Maybe use my 3rd strong attack on wave 4 and then save the 2nd strong attack for the final wave. That might be a little bit better. But regardless, that's pretty much Aizen when it comes to Guild Wars. What we're going to do now is change up the team just a little bit in case you don't have Aizen. Maybe you're still using Candice, for example, who should for the most part still be good enough. In this case with Candice, or basically anyone other than Aizen, you are going to be relying on Esnot a lot. More so if you're not Candice, to be fair, because Candice at least can dish out some damage. And again, Candice and also Esnot have some really good synergy together, as they're both, you know, characters that can inflict paralysis. And we also get to use a character like Gremmy as our supporting unit. So the thing that we are going to use today when it comes to using Candice as our go-to lead, now how we are going to build Candice is by using these 3 particular accessories, these 3 soul traits. My Candice is currently 1-5, so I am going with a focus build. You can go with spiritual pressure if you want to. And I also can make her better by giving her level 13 focus, but I don't really want to use 3 essence scrolls on a character like her right now. With this said, we are going with full stamina and also damage to paralyze as bonus abilities. Esnot is pretty much built the same, and then because we are using 2 Quincies, we can use a character like Gremmy, right? Gremmy again is going to give us that 20% strong attack damage. It stacks with Mugetsu, so we are using the Mugetsu soul trait to get 40% strong attack damage, and then we're also getting 30% more damage that we are essentially giving to both Esnot again and also Candice. Now, in a way, the problem with this team is that Candice can have her SP boost ruined by a character like Gremmy, because he can also inflict stat ailments, but at least, you know, both me and also Esnot can inflict both paralysis. So even if I don't inflict the SP boost, Esnot should still be able to do it, and then we'll be kind of good, right? So going into Shunsui, SA3. The good part is that everyone pretty much gets paralyzed straight away. Let's SA1. Have I turned the settings off? Has my settings got changed? I don't recall turning off. I know there was the whole, like, you know, Steam login thing that happened a couple of days ago. I don't recall changing my settings to not show my character's strong attacks. Somehow we were slower on that boss there. Not sure how. Again, I'm saving my soul bomb for later. I guess we slowed down because Esnot took damage. Though he is going to get back up to full stamina. But yeah, I think all my settings went back to like low settings. That way I don't see Esnot and Gremmy's attacks. Not that big of a deal, I guess. But right, can Esnot carry us? Let's find out. Okay, we still have our soul bomb. He's doing a lot of damage here. SA1. Use all our strong attacks when we can. We at the very least are able to get all the orbs, which is the most important part. But I definitely want to try again. Because we have no boost active right now, so that's the thing that's slowing us down a little bit. And we didn't get to use our soul bomb. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get into the 4th X-Wave. We're definitely going to retry that, because I think I'm going to get an extra 10 seconds. And with those extra 10 seconds, we might be able to get into the final boss, use my soul bomb then, and then maybe clear the final boss too. Almost to our 2nd attempt, here we go. So I guess we can kind of do like a similar strat where we SA1 and then 3. Okay, there we go. We group everyone together with the SA2. SA1 there, everyone goes down, lovely. Going into the 3rd wave, let's SA3. Then 1. I could use my 2 here, but I'm going to wait. There we go. Try and group everyone together. They're going to be a bit all over the place, but now the paralysis actually comes through here. A lot faster on this turn. Here we go. Final boss here. SA1 into the 3. We do lose our team boost, so Esnot's doing a lot less damage here. But hopefully we can come through because it is the final boss. 30 seconds remains actually really good because now we have 40 seconds to go with Candice. So 10 seconds each boss, and we still have our soul bomb. As long as we don't take damage here, we should be fine. And the debuff goes off? How greedy, Esnot. Okay. I could use my SA1 here, but I do want to save it just to guarantee that paralysis plot. SP boost does well, so I'm going to wait. Okay, never mind. SA3. Do get the SP boost. Hopefully Esnot can reapply the attack or the boost soon. Unfortunately, Esnot's taking damage, so we'll slow down a lot here. Damn, we slow down heavy here. So we finally get to the final boss. That sucks. That slowed down a lot on that 3rd boss. How did Esnot take damage? That's crazy. But we'll try it once more. Here we go. SA1. SA3. Unfortunately, 1 enemy left alive. Let me just use my strong attack 1 there. That way we can group them up here. SA1 to the sides. That does take down pretty much everyone there. Lovely. SA3 as they all get close. Looks like everyone's down. We'll use our SA1 just to finish up quickly. SA2 into the 1. Gonna save my SA3 for the next boss. Maybe I don't want to bring Gremmy. Maybe we'll try and bring Nah, I think I still want to. But to be fair, having Ganju on the team was nice for the team boost. Let me just SA1 upwards, and then Esno can take down Kenpachi. There we go. So around similar clear time. A tad bit slower now, but maybe it can still come through with the final bosses here. Then debuff goes off. SA1. Didn't actually get the status block, unfortunately, but Esno did get it. Fortunately for us too. SA1. Into the free. There we go. Esno still at full stamina, which is good. Hopefully he can activate the boost soon. Soul Bomb. It's close. If Esno had the boost, really good. Do I have strong attacks? Ooh, does that count? I think that counts. I think the boss went down. I think that counts. That was literally our last second win there. That's crazy. That is crazy. So, I guess it is beatable with Aizen. Of course, Esno is the big go-to character in the extra waves. But even if you don't have, like, really good accessories like mine, for example, let's say you can replicate the team with it. More so Links, to be honest. You should at least still get into extra wave 1 and 2 with a team like this. But again, Esno is the character that allows characters like Candice in a way to be used in the extra wave. So with that said, what I want to do for my last run now is go back to Aizen. This time, we are not going to be using Esno. Let's see how far Aizen can get by himself. So this is how we are going to use Aizen in a solo team. His build is pretty much the same as we did in our first run. So now we're going to use Mishiro, right? Mishiro does provide a 40% damage buff to Cerberus once we do inflict a statusman. That's going to be really good for us. And then we are also using Nanao, right? Nanao is a team booster, but also does provide a 20% strong attack damage buff to power Soripers. Alongside that, if we go back to Mishiro, we are then using Mugetsu as a soul trait to get that extra 20% strong attack damage. So let's see how Aizen does by himself, at least at 2 out of 5. So SA3, we'll use our 1. Again, we have to pretty much use a strong attack whenever we can. There's no point saving him, right? Because we're the ones that are strictly doing the damage here. Let's EX again. I could Soul Bomb. I probably should Soul Bomb here. But we're not going to. We're going to save the Soul Bomb just in case. I'm going to try and hit some of the enemies here and also hit the boss too. SA1, there we go. And then finish it off Aizen or Kenpachi with the SA1 and 3. Really good damage here. If you had in Max Transcended, you might actually be better off using Aizen with this particular team. Truth be told. Maybe there'll be a better character. I'm not too sure. But there's potential, of course, with this team. But it seems like we have enough time, in all honesty, that we're going to be able to clear all 4 extra waves just relying on Aizen damage output here. I'm going to use my SA1. That way we can actually use our SA3 and still hit the boss. Really good damage here. Still have the Soul Bomb too, which is good. Again, the goal is really just the... Damn, we missed. Okay. The goal is just to clear. Not clear super fast, right? And our EX does come back, which is great. Might as well Soul Bomb now. SA1. Seems like we have plenty of time to spare. Even though we have 7 seconds left, we do have all our attacks coming back. And there we go. So you actually can do an Aizen solo run with this particular team. It's something that I might even recommend if you do have it Max Transcended. I don't. I'm lucky to even have the character in 2 out of 5 as well. So even if you do have Aizen but no Esno, for example, you should at least still be able to get into Extra Wave 2, especially with a team like this. But yeah, with that said, that's the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know what characters and team you like to choose in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.